Somewhere inside a boardroom in Stuttgart, Munich, and Coventry, someone is nervous, very nervous, because a Chinese brand nobody in the West could spell 2 years ago just launched a 6-seat luxury SUV that does 0 to 100 in 3.1 seconds, charges from 20 to 80% in 8.5 minutes, hits a top speed of 240 kilometers per hour, and costs less than a loaded Range Rover Sport. And it attracted over 42,000 orders in the first 60 minutes after going on sale. That car is the 2026 Zeekr 9X, and today we are going deep. Let's start with what this car actually is, because the answer is more interesting than most people realize. The Zeekr 9X is not just another electric SUV, it is a full-size, flagship plug-in hybrid SUV built on Geely's SEAS platform, the same architecture that underpins some of the most technologically advanced vehicles coming out of China right now. But Zeekr didn't just slap a battery pack onto an existing model. They engineered a 900-volt high-voltage hybrid system from the ground up, and the result is something that genuinely has no direct equivalent in the luxury SUV market today. The powertrain story is extraordinary. Under the hood sits a 2.0-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder petrol engine producing 275 horsepower, with a claimed thermal efficiency of over 46%. Which, for context, puts it in the same conversation as some of the most advanced combustion engines ever made. Paired with that are 3 electric motors, one 290-kilowatt unit at the front and 2 370-kilowatt units at the rear. Combined system output, 1,000 kilowatts. That's 1,381 horsepower in a 3-row family SUV. The sprint to 100 kilometers per hour takes 3.1 seconds. To put that into perspective, the Mercedes GLS 63 AMG, one of the most powerful production SUVs from a legacy brand, does it in 4.2. The Zeekr 9X is a full second faster, and it seats 6. Now, range anxiety has long been the Achilles heel of electrified vehicles. Zeekr has engineered around that problem aggressively. The larger 70 kilowatt-hour CATL NMC battery delivers 302 kilometers of pure electric range under CLTC testing. But what genuinely separates the 9X from everything else at this price point is the charging architecture. Thanks to that 900-volt silicon carbide platform, the 9X can charge from 20 to 80% in just 8.5 minutes, not 30 minutes, not 20 minutes. 8.5 minutes. Combined electric and petrol range stretches to 1,200 kilometers. You are not stopping at a charger on a road trip. You simply are not. Step inside, and the technology story becomes even more compelling. The cabin of the 9X is a genuine statement of intent. The second row seats are what Zeekr calls cloud lounge seats, and that name is not marketing fluff. They recline into a near-flat zero-gravity mode with extending footrests, feature integrated heating, ventilation, and a multi-point massage function, and in the top obsidian trim, can rotate to face rearward for face-to-face conversation. Head-stressed integrated speakers deliver personalized audio directly to each passenger. This is not a cabin that borrows from European luxury. This is a cabin that redefines what a luxury cabin can be. The cockpit itself is dominated by a 17-inch OLED central screen and a 13.2-inch digital instrument cluster. A crystal-like rotary knob, reminiscent of Rolls-Royce's organ stopper controls, but executed in a distinctly modern way, serves as both a visual highlight and a tactile delight. The door pockets open with a soft touch button and a refined soft close mechanism. Dual wireless phone charging sits on a wide, elegant center console. The audio system is a 3,800-watt name unit, the same British audiophile brand found in Bentley and Porsche. The premium ambition is everywhere you look, everywhere you touch. Materials span genuine wood trim, premium leather in multiple colorways, and soft ambient lighting throughout all 3 rows. One practical note, the widely available snow white leather is gorgeous, but it will show scuff marks from denim and shoes over time. If you're considering the 9X as a family car that gets used hard, the darker leather options are worth serious consideration. Dimensions are unambiguous. 5,239 millimeters long with a 3,169 millimeter wheelbase. This is full-size luxury SUV territory. The third row is genuinely usable for adults, which is something that cannot be said for many competitors that claim the same. Outside, the 9X makes no apologies for its ambitions. The front end is wide, bluff, and commanding, a massive grille presence, flanked by headlights with a special crystal glass effect and what the designers describe as diamond dust inlays. At the rear, a full-width light bar creates a signature visual identity that is instantly recognizable at night. Running boards extend automatically when the doors open, because at this height and this width, Zeekr understands that getting in and out gracefully matters. 22-inch mirror-finished wheels fill the arches with complete authority. The Black Knight Edition, in deep obsidian black with contrasting accents, is the version people will be photographing on the street. It looks like something from a near-future film set, and it is completely, utterly real. Safety deserves its own moment here. The Zeekr 9X became the first vehicle in the world to pass a 4-directional crash test at 105 kilometers per hour. Its Hauhan safety armor structure uses 91% high-strength steel and aluminum, with 10 structural beams capable of withstanding over 2,000 megapascals of tensile strength. The Active Safety Suite G-Pilot H9 in top trim deploys a 43 sensor array, including roof-mounted LiDAR, 4 wide-angle solid-state LiDARs, millimeter-wave radars in 13 cameras. Computing is handled by dual NVIDIA Thor U chips for a total of 1,400 TOPS of processing power. L3 autonomy is where this system is headed. So where does the 2026 Zeekr 9X land in the market? In China, pricing starts at the equivalent of around 65,000 USD. International markets, including Europe and Australia, are expected to position it closer to the $100,000 to $138,000 range, which puts it directly against the Range Rover Sport, BMW X7, and Mercedes GLS. Here is the uncomfortable question those brands need to answer. How do you justify the premium when the Challenger does 0 to 100 faster, charges in a fraction of the time, carries more passengers in greater comfort, and arrives loaded with technology that doesn't yet exist in your lineup? The 9X already has its answer. 42,000 customers placed their order in the first hour. The luxury SUV world has officially changed, and it changed faster than any of us expected. If you found this breakdown valuable, hit subscribe. We cover every vehicle that matters before anyone else. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Is the Zeekr 9X the beginning of the end of European luxury SUV dominance? Let's talk.